Right now, we are going into serious talk. And when I say serious talk, we know that when the Odogu, which is Burna Boy, that the singer, breaks his silence, it has to be something important. And he spoke about INEC should make Nigerians decide. Nigerian megastar Burna Boy has broken his silence on the ongoing national elections in Nigeria as he calls on INEC to do the right thing. Burna Boy took to his Instagram account to call on INEC to let the will of the people prevail in the 2023 national election. You would recall that Burna Boy, alongside other artists, has been called out on Twitter by some users for their silence during the electoral process. Burna Boy has been in the line of fire, especially as his music often touches on the plight of Nigerians, and many expected him to be vocal during the electoral process. And of course, he has said, let Nigerians decide, but are they actually letting Nigerians decide? Because we never know. It is still an ongoing process, and we're hoping that may the best man win, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what we had hoped for is a free and fair election. However, we still have a long way to go in that free and fair election. And we just hope that when the results, come out, it's the actual results. Like Burna Boy said, no go do results magic, because you put it there, magic. Don't fabricate results or anything. But we want to trust and believe that, INEC, they know what is right.
The same way I trusted INEC, that after I voted, I just went to they will count well. I don't need to stay and count, please.
But yes, like we just want to hope and trust that, even their conscience would not let them fabricate anything, and the results are the real results. I think
the suffer don't tire everybody actually.
Bro,
yeah,
you don't tire me, he never tire you.
And they tell you, a miracle not so hard for Jesus.
Miracle
they tire Jesus. So no matter how the magic they want to do, the miracle will still happen.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
I hope.
Yeah.
Okay, so Iniedo, the actress, has called for prayers against impending heartbreak. Popular Nigerian actress Iniedo has encouraged Nigerians to pray as many await the release of the presidential election results. According to Iniedo, she doesn't think Nigerians are ready for the level of heartbreak that awaits. I wonder, this is very cryptic for me, because I'm wondering which heartbreak are we expecting? But we have gone out to vote. We have played our part.
Except you are saying something that we don't know.
Unless you know something that we don't know. Yes, because sister, please come and give us the full lowdown before.
I don't want any heartbreak. So
you want your breakfast?
No, it's understandable that when elections happen, right? There are different candidates. I mean, you have different parties and stuff,
right.
And it's you can be gutted that your person doesn't win, right? However, it has to be the decision of the people. So whoever the people decides, which is usually majority carries the vote. So we're hoping it's
democracy,
it's democracy. So we're hoping that that's what will happen in this. So even if you're going to be heartbroken, it's not because the results were fabricated. It's because the larger part of the population decided that this is the person they want to lead them.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably what is going to happen, because at the end of the day, with the way things are going, I feel like already Nigerians are feeling some type of way and they're being skeptical. But me, I just want to put it out there that there's still hope, and probably
and we should keep praying.
For
that part, she's right. We should
just keep praying.
Yeah. I mean, I woke up on Saturday, like the day of the election, and I decided to pray for Nigeria. I mean, I can understand that we're...
prophetess,
don't do that, stop it. But anyways, like, it's understandable that we're stressed as a nation. There's a lot that's been going on. And oftentimes we tend to start speaking negativity. So in this time, prayers are needed. So whatever whatever religion or medium that you believe in, just pray to that God, pray to that medium and say, let God's will be done in Nigeria. And that's just what we're hoping for.
Yes, of course. Yes, let God's will be done in Nigeria. And yes, Adesua Etomi-Wellington has a message for Nigerians who are tribalistic. The actress, who is married to singer Banky W, who lost the Senate, by the
Yeah.
way, and which is very shocking to me because I'm wondering why. You know, this is the second time it's coming out,
Yeah,
and
so
a lot of
sad.
people said they didn't even know he was running. Do you understand? And that made me very sad. And I'm like, it would have been so easy for him to win if only people came up. But you see, people were more concerned about the presidential, and they did not see it. But let's talk about what Adesua told me his wife was saying, that if you're still tribalistic in this day and age, then if you're tribalistic in this day and age, there is something fundamentally wrong with you. And I totally agree.
Definitely 100, like 100.
I totally agree. Because I see a one Nigeria. I don't even know what's Igbo anymore. I don't know what's Yoruba anymore. I don't know what's Igbo anymore.
Ijo,
like, I really don't care what you are.
You're my brother. Like, this is Nigeria. As I said, now we get, I mean, all of us, everybody here, we're all Nigerians. I mean, if something is going to happen outside of Nigeria, we all come together and say we're Nigerians. And that's one thing I love about the elections. I mean, you see people coming out, regardless of whatever tribe or religion, you know, that
nobody was talking about
everybody,
Hausa,
people were even sharing like refreshments and stuff. Everybody was having bands, laughing, gisting. When it was time to get accredited, you get accredited. When it was time to vote, you vote. You don't see people standing on the queue. People were never rushing, like trying to fight or anything. It was very, you know, peaceful in the polling units.
The problem with this our generation, we like Faji too much. My polling unit was like, it was like a reunion. It's like a reunion. Like everybody just came out like,
but that's the beauty. But that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it, because there is no tribalism. And I feel like tribalism, the same way we speak about racism, you know, in other parts of the world, that's the same thing. That's the same thing tribalism is. Like, racism is saying, oh, I'm this race, you can't sit with us. Tribalism too is saying, because you are Igbo, or because you're Hausa, or because you're Yoruba, or for instance, I'm Urobo, or you're a minority. No, you can't sit with us. And that is so wrong, because we are all one. We're together in this nation.
Well, for me, I see you as a majority. Anyways, let's move on.
I am a majority.
Anyway, let's move on. And of course, it is on Soulja Boy, the rapper. And on Saturday, 25th February 2023, Soulja Boy took to his Twitter account to express his intentions to hurt our mega star, Wizkid.
Our boy.
After I was trolled by some elements in Wizkid's fans base. A Twitter user by the handle Cruise With Me pointed out that Wizkid would be headlining the Rolling Loud concert in Germany, with Soulja Boy appearing as one of the supporting acts 10 years after calling the American rapper's music whack. Soulja Boy reacted by quoting the tweet and calling Wizkid a word that I can't say on TV, but yes, you can go check out the story, before threatening to beat up Wizkid and any fan who dares to disrespect him. The rapper then proceeded to threaten Wizkid in a separate tweet, where he stated that he was done tweeting and he intends to kill the Afrobeat megastar. But man, do you think this is all back and no bites, or do you think that, you know, our star boy needs to stay careful, because these are Americans?
And they fear them low key, because you know what their gun law says and everything. So
they
carry firearms all the time, and they just shoot at will. So please, our star boy, we like you like that. JJ,
please.
Just stay with us.
Come and do.
However, I mean, the
Standstill Stone concert in Nigeria is not going to be rolling. Just come and stay.
Just come and stand here and do it. I mean, that tweet was like 12 years ago, over 10 years ago. The tweet that Wizkid made, you know, saying his music was whack and everything, and of which everybody's entitled to their opinion. How do you come? I mean, I even saw like his tweet, and he's like, oh, I don't care whether it's 12 years ago.
Is this music now? Soulja Boy.
No, I love Soulja Boy.
You do?
I do. I mean, it was like uni and stuff. I really liked.
Soulja Boy.
Yes, then I liked his music. Right now, he's not been doing a lot, right?
Are you joking? You like this?
Baby, you know that I miss you. You No, how can you tell me that you don't like that song, bro? How can you tell me you don't like that song? Kiss me through the phone, kiss me through the phone, see you later.
Come on!
Of course not.
You want that. Some jams.
So, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Everybody's still entitled to their own opinion.
For this though.
No. Soulja Boy, tell him. There's even another one. Don't worry. Let's not.
Superman.
About me who? But
hey,
I'm just saying. Look at now. You're actually feeling the jams. However, Wizkid wasn't feeling his jams at that time, and Wizkid is entitled to his own opinion. But how do you even come years later and you're saying, oh, you don't care if the tweet was, bro, are you booting? We're past analog age. Like, why would it take you so long to hibernate and then come?
No, you can't do it.
Can't they bring something from that side?
And based on say Wizkid self, don't they blue? Do you understand? It's now a competition mode, and I like the fact that an international star like Soulja Boy is like with Wizkid. Come on,
our own star boy.
It took me back to when Idris Abdulkarim and 50 Cent had that fight in the plane.
Yeah,
and then somebody came out recently to come and talk about it. I think it was Tony Yayo or Lloyd Banks. No, I think it was Tony Yayo.
Okay.
We can talk about it, about the fight in the plane. Do you understand? With 50 Cent and Idris Abdulkarim.
Yeah, I remember that time. Yeah.
And then the story was, according to Tony Yayo, who was in the plane with 50 Cent and Idris Abdulkarim, said, oh, look, he called somebody like, Idris felt like 50 was sitting on his seat.
Yeah.
And 50 Cent felt like Idris was sitting on the seat, and then the security came to tell Idris, like, stand up. And
so what I thought, like, when it happened, what I thought happened was, you know, they were just trying to, like, put a bit of favoritism towards 50 because he's an international mega star. So I didn't even know, like, both of them actually had the same feeling towards, like, oh, you're sitting on my seat.
And then Tony Yayo said there was just this guy who jumped up speaking a foreign language that nobody understood, and the next day he took out his phone and made a phone call, and 5 to 10 minutes later somebody was working on the runway, and guess what the pilot did? The pilot left the plane and just left the plane on the runway. So it was like, who is this person that has so much power in Nigeria? He said, I'm all the way in Nigeria. I don't want problem. So you know I like it when stuff like this happens actually, because now even though we're not promoting violence, we're not supporting violence.
But then we don't support bullying as well. Yeah. Right. So I think at that point,
I just think Wizkid should go extra security.
Yes. That's the honest truth.
Yeah, extra security. Because man, we should.
And then if possible, I mean, that was over 10 years ago. I'm sure Wizkid is left that space already, so it would be nice to even have a statement like, oh bro, it's no hard feelings. I mean, that was just how I felt.
No, maybe Wizkid don't just talk about them.
No, Wizkid would never say anything. You know, he's always quiet. I'm just saying what would be nice, right? But yeah.